Hi, I'm Lee Partridge and welcome back to Col U TV for another midweek show. On the show this evening, we'll be getting action and reaction from the weekend's game against Crewe. We'll also be hearing from Luke Worley on how the Colchester women's team has been getting on so far this season and also how you can get your hands on these. We'll be telling you about the giveaway, the FC24 for both Xbox and PlayStation. Tell you a bit more about that later on in the show. In the meantime, let's kick off the show with the action, the highlights from the weekend's game against Crewe.
Walk out this afternoon on a run of 11 games unbeaten here at home. The Bells' free-scoring side already have 19 goals to their name this season. They've been saving their best for the second halves, scoring 17 of them after half-time. Colchester look to have found some rhythm after a shaky start to their season. 4 defeats in their opening 5 games, but arriving here unbeaten in their last 2. They'll be hoping that Joe Taylor can continue his fine form since arriving on loan from Luton. To make a quick start here this afternoon, in comes that long throw, and it's flipped home. And it's Chris Long who gives Crewe the dream start. Just 3 minutes on the clock. And he gets his side in front, his 3rd goal in his last 4 games. These long throws so difficult to deal with. Might have just been flicked on slightly by Baker Richardson, but there was Long to prod it home from close range. Just the start that Crewe were looking for. Well, bring it under control now. Tracy, now is he bundled over in the box? He is. Charles Breakspear points to the penalty spot. It's a clumsy challenge by Kazim El Amin. Have the chance here to double their lead. He already has one this afternoon. Chris Long, 8 minutes on the clock. Can he now get his second? Long against Goodman. And he takes his time up his steps and he tucks it away. His 5th league goal of the season. We're going to take some catching here this afternoon. They've scored as many goals in the opening 8 minutes as they have in the first half of all their other games this season. He looked confident Long, he took his time, he drew breath, and he just tucked it away into the corner. It's been a nightmare start for Colchester. Fevrier looking to weave his way through. Still Fevrier takes a deflection, falls kindly, but it's lashed off target. Presentable opportunity for the man in form, Joe Taylor. He scored 1 senior goal before coming to the club. He scored 6 since arriving on loan from Luton. That a chance to get Colchester back in this game. Starting now to go into this game. Ben Garner's team. Worked by Chilvers. Still has possession into the Crewe area. Still Chilvers does wonderfully well. Now Fevrier brings it back to the edge of the box. The Reed twisting one way, then the other, then going for goal. Straight at Harvey Davies. Much better in the last few minutes for the visitors. Twisting and creating enough space to strike, but couldn't find a way to beat the Crewe keeper. There's Joe White. Threads it through. Baker Richardson. The angle is tight. Plenty behind it. Took a touch on its way. Crewe will have a corner. He has 3 goals in his last 3 games. Clever run off the shoulder. Required the touch from Goodman. Looking dangerous. Fevrier. Taylor looking to burst in behind. Still Taylor looks to turn inside now. Perhaps he could have gotten the shot away earlier. Creating chances. Fevrier, and the ball pushed to Taylor. Watched it in behind Demetriou. He could have shot there, looked to turn it onto his left foot, and in the end, he's able to make the save. Again, Rudolph to Vida. Strong forwards this, and it comes back off the post. So close to pulling a goal back just before half-time. The Chilvers with a fine run, but the finish ever so slightly off the mark. Season that Colchester have trailed in a game at half-time. Plenty of spirit after that dreadful start to show that there could still be something here for them, and they've managed to pull a goal back. Just what they needed early in this second half. Samson Tavida gives Colchester hope. Really well worked. Taylor flashing the ball across goal, and Tavida on the stretch. It's a difficult one to control. Control it he did, and it is game on here. Kill from Taylor, and a chance to level it up, but it's a chance not taken by Samson Tavida. Took his goal wonderfully well, and he knows he should have done better there. Good link-up play between the forwards. Tavida just having to put himself up and hold off Adebisi. To restore their two-goal advantage. She's hung up, and it's a free header. Should have done better. Into the box there, Adebisi. This was kicked in by Holasek, and Adebisi really should have hit the target. Plenty of start time here still for Colchester. Ball laid off and hit first time, and it's tipped over the top by Davies. By Chilvers, the strike came in, it was dipping underneath the crossbar. Chilvers scheming away again. Plenty of work to do for Crewe to see this one out. The ball threaded by Chilvers and pulled back to Taylor, but he snatches at the strike. Well, they've had the chances here, Colchester, to level this up. Keeping his composure, spotted Taylor, and in the form that he has been in, you would expect him to put that away. Can Colchester create one last opportunity? It's sent forwards once more. Davies has committed himself here, and it's cleared away off the line by Luke Offord. Colchester so close to making it 2-2. How crucial will that clearance prove to be with barely any time remaining? Colchester still pushing, and they have a free kick here. Well within shooting range. Surely the last chance that they will have. Chilvers steps up, but it's into the wall, and there is the full-time whistle. Well, they made hard work of it, Crewe. They managed to secure the 3 points. Chris Long with 2 goals in the opening 8 minutes. Samson Tavida pulled one back for Colchester, but they couldn't find an equaliser. It finishes Crewe 2, Colchester United 1.
So a disappointing result, but I think we're all agreed saying what a positive performance it was, especially in the second half. Some really tidy football played, creating plenty of chances. So that is definitely on the positive. Let's get the thoughts of both Ben Garner and Noah Chilvers post-match on how they saw it.
Ben, must be so frustrating to dominate a game for 80 minutes but come away losing.
Yeah, probably two emotions really. There's such disappointment and frustration with the first 10 minutes. We gift possibly the worst goal we're going to gift all season. We leave a player unmarked in a 6-yard box from a long throw. We haven't conceded all season off a set piece or a throw-in. So to do that was really disappointing. We're then 2 down. We're out of shape a little bit, but soft, really soft penalty. But then the other emotion is from that point on we were fantastic. We absolutely dominated the game. And I'm really, really scratching my head as to how we're coming away with nothing.
Yeah, and even in the first, the second half, I thought it was 100% us were the only team looking to score a goal.
Yeah.
But maybe if we'd have scored one at the end of the first half where we were really on top as well, that might have helped us.
Yeah, some of the football was brilliant. Our attacking play, our creativity, as good as we've been with the ball this season. I thought our possession was brilliant, purpose to it, confidence, bravery, created so many opportunities. Should have done better on some, good saves, hitting the post on others. You know, we're not getting the rub of the green at the moment either. We're really not. And football's a low-scoring sport. Sometimes you can dominate everything and come out the other side of the result. We have to make sure that we keep hitting the performance levels. We tidy up on the little areas that we need to. Keep our mentality right and do that, and it will turn for sure. You can't keep playing the way we're playing, and to take 1 point in the last 2 games is incredible. We deserve 6. We've come away with 1, which is disappointing, but we will channel that disappointment and we will turn it.
Yeah, and you must, when you're speaking to the players, you must point to our goal about how quick the move was and how an incisive Croft and Sampson attacking the ball. That's what we've got to keep doing, and that's what we've got to keep scoring.
The group has come so far, from where it was when I came in, and it was a deep team. No possession. It was. And we've changed that, and it's getting better and better, and the players are growing with it. I thought some of the football today was brilliant. Was absolutely brilliant. And like I say, you take the first 10 minutes out of it, it's probably our best performance of the season. I think you can see that with the supporters at the end. We're really disappointed for them because they've travelled in their numbers today, and we haven't been able to give them something to go back with other than a really good performance that hopefully gives hope for future weeks.
And most of the time, people, when they talk about being clinical and ruthless, it's in the opposition penalty area in scoring, but sometimes defensively you've got to be ruthless on the front foot and make sure you get to the ball first and prevent the opposition scoring.
Yeah, it's both. It's both ends. We pride ourselves on it. We've been really, really good. To concede 1 goal off set pieces and long throws at this point is great. And if we can maintain that ratio, we'd be happy. But we switched off. We had a spare player who didn't pick up, cost us a goal, and I say a soft penalty for the second. But we have to learn from it. It hurts, of course it does, but I'm not going to ignore the 80 minutes after that and say, Crewe were very fortunate to win the game today. We dominated the game and should have come away with something, but we don't want to be saying that. We want to be saying great performance, played well and won.
Noah, how frustrating was that game that we dominated and came away with nothing?
Yeah, exactly as you say, just really frustrating to come away with nothing from that game. The way we've played, we deserve at least a point, but in my opinion, the opinion of the boys deserve all 3. Very dominant, creating all sorts of loads of chances, looking solid at the back, besides the first 7-8 minutes of madness where we looked anything but solid. But yeah, it's just about turning these performances into points. Last 2 weeks have been the same, so we know we can do it. We know we can compete with the teams that are Mansfield unbeaten last week. These are right up there, and for me, in my opinion, we're better than both. So it will come. And
I suppose it does show, looking at a positive, that we could have crumbled at 2-0 down after 8 minutes. We could have crumbled, and Crewe could have cruised to a victory. Yeah. But we then took the game to them. There was a bit even for a few minutes, but after probably 15-20 minutes we were the dominant team. Could have done with that goal just before half time. Yeah, I think literally just said in there to the boys that the way that we've reacted to going 2-0 down so early was amazing. The way we come together and performed from there, it was really good, and that will stand us in good stead for other games. You're going to go down to teams in the future, no matter how much you don't want to. You're going to go 1-0, 2-0 down in games. It's just how you react, and
the way we've reacted there was extremely positive. And yeah, like you say, we should have come away. It would have been nice if mine would have snuck in before half time to really give us a bit more momentum. But we scored early enough in the second half to really go and dominate and take the 3 points, and we did that just without the points.
And I presume at half time the conversation's exactly that. You know, let's get at them, let's continue what we did in the last 10-15 minutes of the first half, and that helps us create the goal. Yeah,
exactly. That was exactly the plan. It was, we know we couldn't carve through them and create chances. We did that. We scored early enough, like I say, to go on and get more. But we knew that if we carried on playing, it didn't matter when the first goal came, the 80th minute, there's always a chance to score. It only takes a second to score a goal. So it just unfortunately won't go in at the minute at times, when it looks like it's almost harder not to hit in the post, cleared off the line. Some of the openings we've had that we've created look so simple with how we've played, but yeah, it's just not. Yeah. It's just unfortunate that they didn't go in today.
Yeah, and I suppose you've got to carry on training and playing to create those chances, and just hope that we start taking a better percentage of the chances we.
Yeah, exactly that. It's been the same for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks even. Tranmere, I know we won, but could have come away with that with a much more comfortable scoreline. Like I said, just said that to John. Like for myself, it's the same. I think I know full well I'm going to score goals. It's not coming at the minute, but I know when they do, it'll be. Hopefully they'll be like London buses, and I think that's the same for a few of the boys in there. That once we get that first goal, I think we look at threat from set pieces and things. We've not scored probably enough from them. Just everything. I think once they come. We can really assert our dominance on the scoreline as opposed to just on the pitch.
Ben Garner and Noah Chilvers both in agreement. Disappointed about the result, but really pleased about the performance, feeling we should have got something out of the game. And I think we'd all echo those sentiments. Hopefully at the weekend we can spin that round. Another great performance, but get some points out of the game. Now it's time, as I mentioned earlier on, about these two games, FC24, that are released both on Xbox and PlayStation. Keep your eyes out on our social medias over the next couple of days to see how you can get your hands on them. We've got to take them down to the training ground first to get them signed. And then, as I say, you could possibly win one of these new FC24 games. On to Colchester United women's team now, who have started this season pretty impressively, I think you'll agree. Beating Chelmsford Reserves 11-0, Blackmore Ladies 17-0 and Sudbury Sports 6-1. Let's get the thoughts of those games and how the season has started so far this season with the manager, Luke Worley.
Luke, 3 games in, you must be really pleased with the start your team's made.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic start. I think we've hit the ground running, to be honest. 2 games in, we'd scored 28 goals. I think the girls were a little bit surprised, and I think we were as staff as well. However, we've got a young team with some experience, so it definitely helped. Sunday we played Sudbury Sports, they're an education programme, so they train together 3 days a week, and they play also on a Wednesday, so they knew each other a bit more, had a bit more about them.
You've already said you were a little bit surprised by the start. Is that something that you want to continue with your surprisingly good form?
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously wearing the badge of a professional club, although we're a grassroots team, it comes with challenges. But as a group, they're really determined and they want to push on and try and continue the form, definitely.
So being top of the table, that comes with its own challenges. You've got a bit of a target on your back. How do you approach that week in?
I think we just keep our feet grounded and make sure that we're professional. We're trying to set a professional environment with our new home ground at the Garrison. We had about 192 people watching us. We had the drummer from the men's games there as well, so that was fantastic. And the girls really enjoyed it, and for us, that's the most important thing, really.
And you mentioned your first home game at the Garrison was back on Sunday. How did that go, and what are you expecting from that venue in the future?
It was exciting. I think there was a good atmosphere about it. Pre-season's been good, but we didn't have that atmosphere. I think the girls, they're really excited. The surface we get to play on at the level we're on is probably the best they're going to find. And yeah, we'll hopefully continue that, get some more support from the fans that come to the men's games on Saturdays, and really grow and create a home, really.
And you've got another tough away game coming up this weekend with Barking on the road. How are you planning on going into that one?
Yeah, so we've got a few people missing. Obviously, we're a grassroots team. People have commitments with work and holidays, but we've got depth, and I think it's going to be a challenge. They've won 2 of their 3 games so far. They're quite a young team, I believe, but we'll go into it really trying to achieve the win if we can. Failing that, coming away without losing, really.
And just finally from me, obviously sitting top of the table, what do you want from Colchester United fans to get behind you?
We've got some tough games coming up, especially we've got cup games. So we've got an away county cup game against Frontiers, who are in the Essex Prem, and we've been drawn against Corinthians as well in the League Cup, and they're also an Essex Premier team. So we need to carry the momentum because we're going to face challenges of teams that are 2 leagues above us, and that's going to be the challenge we face this season.
Great to hear from Luke, and also seeing that the Colchester women's team is doing so well already this season. Right, that's about it from me. I'll be back on Saturday for the pre-match show ahead of the Notts County game. Don't forget to get your tickets online before the game, or you can get them from the ticket office on the day. That's about it. Have a great week, whatever you're up to. I'll see you on Saturday. Until then, it's goodbye for now.